And this next step is about creating professional designs. As you know, design has historically has been one of the most gate-kept skills in business. Either you hire a designer, expensive and slow, or you spend hours in Canva trying to make something that didn't embarrass you. So Cloud designed this power uh, solution with Opus 4.7. It's the model, the large language model that it uses to allow any entrepreneur to describe what they need in a plain language and receive a fully editable on brand professional design in return. It, you can get flyers, you can get social media posts, pitch decks, landing pages, all generated from a sentence. Your brand finally looks like it has a design team behind it, because it does. Okay, it's time to make our attempt for creating a design system that eventually can be reused for websites, for banners, for any kind of marketing that we may need to start. It's very important to have a design system. So here on my screen, you can see that Cloud has given this option to fill a form, and as I mentioned before, in order to find it, you can go to the browse and you can click here on this tab, Design System, and you only need to click on the button Create. So that's what we are attempting to do now. I was working a few weeks ago on a website from a restaurant. And I believe a lot of business owners already have a restaurant. So I will be showing you that a scenario where you already have a website, but you want to see how much it can be improved. And well, we are passionate about Mexican gastronomy, with tasty food such as tacos, tostadas, enchiladas, des Mexican desserts, and more. Then, in the next step, I have two options. I can put the link that corresponds to my GitHub repo, but it is private. So I believe the most practical scenario is to drag a folder here, and I will drag it. Is there, as you can see, the one that says source. At this moment, I do not have a Figma, but in case you have it, you can drop it here. And also, if you have fonts for your website, like I do, okay, I will browse and I will go to, okay, it seems like it has to be the files itself. And finally, you can add any other notes, like for example, I just will add this slogan, spice up your life. And finally, um, that's all. I will continue with the generation, and it may take maybe like 5 minutes. So let's do it. Okay, well, a few minutes later, it seems like we have a positive response from all what happened with the design system. Let's review a little bit what was possible. So we have a brand palette and Cloud digged into my files in order to check what colors I was working with, which is okay. It's needed for if in case I want to develop more functionalities within the site or in another web application or for another kind of graphic proposals. Then after that, it took care of reading my website and render it. As you can see now, this is how it looks, a little bit of the preview of how it looks. Then, whenever we go to the admin kit, this doesn't exist on my website. So it's a kind of proposal of how it can look, which is good. It looks good to me. Boom, looks good. And the storefront, yeah, looks good. For the brand palette, yeah, it looks good. Neutral colors, it looks good. Semantic means the color is related with an action, or so in this case, we have the call to action. The red color means accents and emphasis on some kind of discounts. And we have a header, green header. As well, we have a few primary buttons with the green color. The secondary color is the orange, and also for some kind of ratings. It's related with the warm accents. Finally, we have error color and promotion color, which this looks good to me. Now we have the display type. It is using H1 to H3 headers for the HTML. I know this sounds very technical, but it has to be only with the sizes of the headers in your web application or in your banners. As I mentioned before, this is the basics. So a design system will help cloud or your developer, your team to to have a methodology or to create something with quality. So this looks good. For the body and the UI types, we have these fonts. Looks good to me. Now we have some spacing and radius. Um, it looks good to me. For the shadows, we have different kind of shadows. Looks good to me. Buttons, perfect. We have form fields, looks great. For the badges and pills, excellent. This is how it looks, the product card. It looks great. About the logo of Delicious La Gloria, this is how it looks. It looks great. A few photos that I was able to add, icons, and that's basically we have a ready design system, which is very good because now we can continue working with what would you like to do. We can do some slides, some banners, some website. So that depends on your creativity. And well, also with cloud, we can create compiling slides from an idea in minutes. Something that used to take you all the day, now you can write, you can format, find images, align boxes, and all by just letting the AI cloud in a simple way how you want it. Cloud will generate complete slide decks from a brief of your outline. Give it your key point, your audience, your brand colors, and the number of slides, and it will build it in a coherent, well structured deck in minutes. The presentation that used to take a full day is now ready before your morning coffee cools down. Well, we are going to learn how to do this and also how to use the new capabilities from cloud. And in order to achieve this, um, I will try to take some real examples about some ideas. For example, a restaurant. So, in the following um, screen, that something that I want to share with you is that personally I have paid the Pro license with cloud, which allows you to use um, cloud desktop, as now we can see. Whenever I shift to use it in the browser, it seems that it's not taking my tokens. The token is like the credit that you have for maybe 24 hours. So you don't exceed the quote. And as you can see here on the left, I have tried 4 times to perform a prompt where Cloud will create an storefront UI kit. But in order to do it, I have to wait 24 hours. And as you can see here, Cloud Design use, uses its own usage limit for now. This means that it's not the tokens that I have assigned for my monthly membership are not being accounted for the cloud design. So this means that I am using some kind of free version. What I will do is to go here into the button share, and I have here the possibility to download this design system project as a zip file. I can download it as a PDF, as a PowerPoint, or just as an standalone HTML. And why am I saying this? Well, because if you want to use it within the desktop membership or the pro membership, what I would suggest is to download it um, in a way that it doesn't cost you too many tokens. For this, I believe it is easier for Cloud to inspect some code, like the one that we have in the zip folder. But also, if you decide to download it in PDF, Cloud has the screenshot capability, but it may take more tokens. It's something that we need to check how to optimize how we expend our tokens, so we don't go through a data usage limit. Okay, well, it's down. I will upload the file. Before that, I just will upload the folder. So I'm going here to the download folder to check exactly where it is. It seems like it's this one that says Shido. And then we have here the folder with all the design system. So I will try just to drag and drop, and it was not taken. So I will go for the zip, and the zip was taken. Okay, I will request to create a 5 slide presentation. I will create this presentation um, willing to offer my restaurant uh, as a business model to operators to use my brand system and get my support on their behalf. So, Delicias La Gloria um, has an startup cost ranging from 200K to over 1 million. Okay. We create um, Mexican gastronomic dishes and delivered to your home. This franchise is the future of restaurants. Something like that. Let's do it. Hopefully, it will be able to read the zip file without having to explicitly say it. Let's see what happens. A few seconds later, it was able to read my folder. It was zipped. Why without giving an instruction? Because within the folder, there is a file with the instructions. I will show you later. Once that was achieved, as you can see now, it was able to work on slides 1 through 5, and it's letting me know with detail some kind of disclaimers that could be shown in the footbar. So it has created the 5 slides with the title, the cover, the concept, what they will get, the investment, and how they can become an operator. It's amazing. I will open it. Operate the future of Mexican food. It is amazing how it was able to take images from my folder, to take font families, header sizes, and it was able to create this design. So let's see how it goes. It has the description about what we need from the operators, how they can create a brand, how much money we may need, and it points exactly some advantages about the restaurant, because here Cloud will be your assistant. It will try to be a strategist also to help you with some content. And as you can see, I never told when to put 75K customers already trust the brand, and so on, for the different ways to take advantage of this restaurant, the brand system, the application, the point of sales, how you manage your mobile and supermarket online, how you are providing a service with recipes and trainings, and how you also have some kind of telemarketing or ongoing operator support. Finally, here we have different prices for the franchise. And these prices were set based on what I decided. But if you talk with your AI to help you perform a market research, that will be very helpful for you. So this is the fourth way to take advantage of cloud. I hope you tomorrow early to work on the next stage about social networks using AI.